I had struggled with fear of fear, I had my eye on the wrong destination. My predicament wouldn't ever be cured by rushing off to a safe place or by surrounding myself with safe people, because I wasn't struggling with a physical location. I was struggling with a physical sensation. It was an inside issue, and you can't run away from yourself. For the longest time, I regretted going on that trip. I struggled with agoraphobia at almost every stop, and I felt embarrassed that I couldn't be fully present with my family. The difference between me and everyone else created a chasm that seemed unspannable. But now that I've had more time to process and grow, I can see that coming home isn't 1,000 desperate miles between internal sensations and external safety. The journey of coming home is measured in feet. It's taking one brave step and then another brave step until the steps don't feel so scary. That's what this book is all about. Coming home. It is my own circuitous journey, a road I'm still learning how to surrender to, and a place of respite and inspiration for you, as you continue coming home to yourself, too. And as I tenderly typed out each heartfelt word, I imagined us sitting together at one of my favorite places on the planet, our house. It's an oldish brick number, with squeaky doors and patchwork floors, and it's surrounded by a 6-acre pasture that, somehow, feels directly connected to my pulse. Sometimes I sat at my desk upstairs by the window that overlooks our land. Sometimes I curled up on the couch in the living room or on one of the recliners in my mother-in-law's snug. But either way, I wrote the whole thing as if you were right here with me. Oftentimes, I recorded a voice note to myself, saying whole sections out loud, hoping that if I typed it down exactly the way I said it, you'd feel like you were here while you listened to it. And now that this conversation starter has come together for keeps, I can share with you that Coming Home is a kaleidoscope of things, really. But in a nutshell, it's a big-hearted book about feeling lost sometimes and how to keep coming home. Because don't we all lose our way every now and then? And isn't home more than just a place on a map? I think home is also, and mostly, a feeling inside of us. The warmth in our spirit, the sum of our strata, the source of our dreams, a sigh of relief. Home is where we tie one end of the thread of life. Martin Buxbaum. But when we get disconnected from the home of who we are, life within our skin can start to feel really uncomfortable and off balance. We make a lot of sudden movements, or no movements at all. We overthink everything and tie our willpower to our worth. We lose touch with capable, cut out for, and courageous. We experience ourselves as inadequate. The scale often lunges toward unequipped, afraid, alone, and or stuck. I know those feelings well. In 2018, shortly after becoming a mom to our then 6-year-old son, and while my husband was on a mission trip in Haiti, I had a terrifying panic attack that dramatically altered the trajectory of my life. The experience unleashed a fear of fear itself, and when my hormones began to go haywire a few years later, menopause made handling stress even more challenging. Thankfully, I have learned that time really can be a benevolent healer, and that leaning into the discomfort that comes along with fear is always more helpful than avoiding it. I'm learning to make things nice for myself, slowly building myself a home with things I like, colors that calm me down, a plan to follow when things get dark, a few people I try to treat right, even though I don't sometimes, but it's my intention to do so. I'm learning. I'm trying, as I always will. Charlotte Erickson. I have also discovered that sometimes all it takes is one radically authentic conversation with one warm-hearted person to reignite the kind of inner fire that can help put you on the path back home. I truly